All right, 250 press conference from San Diego, round three, sorry, I apologize. Round three of the 2022 Supercross season for the 250 West. Michael Mosiman, Hunter Lawrence, Christian Craig, congratulations. Michael, when you crossed the finish line, you celebrated. Was that something you thought of like weeks in advance, right in that moment? And when did you kind of plan that celebration off the finish line jump?
You know, that's a great question. You know, I was honestly, it was kind of, I was just caught up in the race, and then I went off the face, and I'm like, frick, there's fire going on, like I gotta celebrate. And it was really last minute, like go for the fist pump, and then I'm like landing. I'm like, dang, do I land, you know, hand back on or like one-handed? And it was a moment. Definitely could have planned it out a little bit better. But you know what? When there's fire going off behind you, you really can't mess it up. So.
That shot lasts forever. So, all right, Jason Wygant, go ahead.
Thanks. I'll go to Hunter Lawrence, Jason Wygant from Racer X. Take me to those final couple laps. You went down, then you were going to make the ground up. Did you think you had time, and did you think you have a spot picked out where you might have been able to get it done?
Yeah, but the lap riders made it a little tough. I think it was like 4 seconds when I got back up and managed to pull it back in, and yeah, just a little, I had a few lines planned out on the last lap, obviously, but it kind of changed when there was other guys there, so it didn't end up as sweet as I would have liked it to, but all good and well.
What was the level of frustration? I mean, second is good and the points are good, or are you just super mad after the race?
What do you think, Jason?
Okay. I wouldn't even bother asking. I'll skip you next time.
David Iser.
This one's for Christian. Obviously, with the start, in your opinion, how did that go down, and what happened from your point?
From my point, we all kind of bunched up coming in the first turn, and yeah, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Hunter's back wheel. He went left, and I tried to grab front brake, and I hit his back wheel and went the other way. So, yeah, those things happen. Crashes happen, but when you're sitting in the ground and I saw some oil pouring on my bike, but luckily that was another rider's bike on top of mine that oil was coming from. So, yeah, put my head down. I think I proved a lot of people, wrong tonight, and my fitness showed. I was able to dig deep. To come from last to third, I think, yeah. I mean, I nothing to be too mad about, but yeah, we'll see. This championship's getting fun now.
The good news is you came from dead last all the way up to fourth. Then you had to pass Vince Freese for third of all the riders to get to that. Taking 2 laps or a lap and a half.
Oh my gosh! So I saw P4 and I was watching my board, and then I see Vince in third, and I'm like, all right, I know he's gonna put up a fight for this podium. Like, why wouldn't he? And so yeah, I made a pass in the whoops. He came back inside, and then he parked me, and it literally we came to a stop. And I'm like, all right, are you gonna go or what's going on here? And then when I blocked past him, he actually like yelled in his helmet like, hey. And I'm pretty sure it was like I'm letting you go this time, go. So I kind of laughed at that one, but yeah, when you see Vince in third, I'm like, all right, this is, I got to be smart with this one, pass him in a good spot, and try to break away before he tries to do something crazy.
All right, hell of a ride. Thank you.
So do you think that preseason, pre-Anaheim 1 talk, you think it was a good one now? I mean, where are we on the talk?
I don't know. I mean, after A1, it was good, but then he hasn't really talked to me since. So
you don't know.
See.
So you're not sure.
Yeah.
Alex Gobert.
Thanks, Daniel. Yeah, Alex Gobert, motoonline.com. This one's for Michael Mosiman. Congrats on the win. Talk us through your composure at the front. Obviously, Hunter was right there, and yeah, you were able to hold on, control the, just stay in the lead and get there for that first win. So just talk about that, the pressure, everything like that.
Yeah, I've been riding a lot, this year with Justin Barsha, and, honestly, it felt a lot like what Chase said, another day at the test track with him right on me. And honestly, right at the beginning, get the whole shot, and then I put in some, pretty good burner laps. And then I wasn't sure, I honestly didn't hear him, nothing. I didn't know he was right there. I thought I had a bigger gap. And then, maybe 5 laps in or something, I started seeing his board show up, and I was like, oh man, all right. And kind of, I was like, all right, sweet, we got a race going on. And it wasn't, the perfect race. I had, a couple of mistakes, but one of the things I've been working on, and it's been really good for me this year, is even in practices to kind of just move on, focus on the present, and let those things go. And I think that paid off. And then, man, the chaos that ensued, and the lappers were pretty nuts. I think I doubled inside, or Dragon's back inside, like tight inside, and then somehow got to 4th to like just manage my way through the whoops. And carnage ensued. And then I was kind of like, all right, well, I think I got this one now. And then I was like, all right, well, Jalik was there, and I was like, all right, well, he's not letting me by easy. And I was like, I'm just fine here. Don't need to do anything too crazy. And then I was like, oh, frick, he's back on me. And so stoked to get the dub, and felt great out front, and stoked.
So you were aware that Hunter went down when he did?
You know what? Initially, I thought I wasn't sure. I mean, there were so many lapped riders. I wasn't sure who hit me, but I felt the bump from the back, and then I think I didn't see his board, and I just kind of like didn't hear him because he was pretty close on me, and so then I was like, all right, I think he had gone down, and then I don't know, it was like 2 laps later, he's like, oh, hey, Hunter, how are you? So.
Yeah, right on. Thank you.
Props to you, man.
Thanks,
Jamie, MotoX Pod.
Christian, so in the situation that first turn, you could either panic or find some way to stay calm. Tell me what the conversation with yourself was inside the helmet as you're getting up, checking the bike. Those first 10 seconds had to be madness. What was your conversation with yourself?
I mean, first thing is panic, but it was just check my bike, make sure nothing was broken, check myself over. I slapped the ground pretty good. So after that, I gave it a few laps because I saw the oil on my motor, so I wanted to make sure nothing started smoking or anything. And once I saw my bike was good, it was all right. Let's see how far I can catch up. Let's see what I can do. I didn't put anything in mind. I'm like, let's see how many people I could pass, dig deep. And I think it's all the work in the off season that's it showed tonight. So I persevered a lot. It's only round 3, but I'll take this one with it's a bad night, but I'll take the 3rd.
Awesome. And I may not get another question, so Mose, good job, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Brad Gephardt.
Thank you, Brad Gebhardt, Big MX Radio. This is for Christian. Christian, after 2 wins, both in pretty dominating fashion, also having fastest qualifier even today as well, does a night like tonight take a little bit of pressure off, given the fact that you were still able to put in a pretty dominant performance and obviously still have points lead with 6 points up? Yeah.
I mean, you could say that too, and then the people I'm racing, I think it's gonna worry some people about what I was able to do tonight. I think true heart and dug deep. So I'm dealing with some good riders, but I believe I'm one of the best in the class. So we'll see as this season plays out. So it's been fun so far.
Bounce back in Anaheim?
Of course that's the plan. We're in my home city still. I'd love to take a whim here, but as these things happen, you crash on dirt bikes, and these things go this way sometimes. So I'm not gonna sit here and be a crybaby about it. We move on. I'm thankful to be in this position again, and let's race some dirt bikes some more.
Thanks, Christian. Thank you.
Kellen Brower.
Yeah, thanks, Kellen Brower with Racer X. I want to go to Michael and ask you kind of what your mindset was in that situation when you came up to lap Thompson and then, you went inside, like you said, before the whoops. What led to that decision of deciding to, kind of, I guess, make like a desperation block pass on a lapper?
Well, I think in the turn before, it was tricky. It was like the main line was going left, and he didn't seem like I wasn't sure how aware he was, of me being there or not being there. And the main line being on the left, I was like, all right, I'd passed a number of lappers there, just kind of down the middle, still get to the turn, clean pass is, practically my normal line. But, he probably saw my signboard, and he started coming right. And so I really had no option. I was already on the inside of him. I had to jump inside, and and then it was like, all right, here we are, and it's like, make the most of it. And you can't control everything, and you got to just execute what you can. And pretty much just, working with the cards that were dealt.
Awesome. Thank you. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Justin Schuler.
Thanks, Daniel. Justin Schuler with Kicking the Tires. Hunter, just a quick question. Let's go back to the beginning of the race because you and Christian started off side by side at the gate. Did you see what happened alongside you, or have you seen a replay? Because there were like 6 riders right there, and don't know if that was like you caught that in the corner of your eye or if it was just out of your vision.
Yeah, man. I went down the straight and just took a hard left on everyone. No, I mean, I didn't. I haven't seen the replay yet, but. I'm not really worrying. Obviously, I am worrying about other guys where they are, but it's kind of like I have my set braking points going into the turn, so that was kind of all that went into that, really. I mean, I only found out that Craig was down when my mechanic told me, I think on the 3rd lap or something, or 2 laps into the race. So, I'm not really worried about what's going on behind me. I'm just trying to race forward. So.
And then on top of that, with the start, I know you've mentioned that your starts haven't been the best this year, but and not to say it was easy, but did this start make the race a little bit easier for you to manage compared to the first 2 rounds?
Yeah, even though it's the same result as last weekend, yes, it did. So it's a start for sure, but we want to be one step better. So we'll take it. We're happy to keep moving forward. We're fit and healthy. So yeah, on to the next one.
Awesome. Good work. And congrats, Michael.
Thank you.
LeBig.
Yeah, that question for Hunter again. I know the frustration is very high tonight, but if you have to learn something from tonight, what could it be?
Just trying to turn in the whoops, dodging left and right lappers. It was a little tricky. I'm confident in whoops. Still haven't mastered the fishtails through the whoops yet, so we'll try and work on that this week maybe. And that's like that. That's about it.
Okay, thank you. See you next week.
See ya.
Josh Mosman. How are you?
All right. This one's for Michael Mosman. Share the same last name, shared a lot of other things together. Heard about growing up, you had an older brother who taught you a lot. Sounds like he really, really helped. Got you a long ways. But, turned pro, and took you a while to get your first win. I could say, there's a few times you had the opportunity to win and threw it away. A couple mistakes here and there. But now you're with a new team. Obviously not training with your older brother anymore. Things have changed. Can you talk about Will Hahn? Seriously, talk about Will Hahn, Tyler Keefe, and just what it's like working with that team and what has brought you to this level to where you can could be out here doing this thing.
Yeah, my brother's taught me everything I know, and really paid off in the win tonight. I remember, one time he told me, hey, those whoops, you should hit them good. And I was like, oh, man, that's good advice. Adding Will has been huge, and adding I think we have a really awesome team, and team chemistry is epic. We are so relaxed, and we have so much fun. Will I think he's added a piece on the mental side. and just being able to, being a past racer and being in these situations and, having the right words to say and also, just kind of piecing things together, adding a lot of simplicity and encouraging and being there and kind of creating the whole atmosphere that we have to where, we're not worried about anything, but we're just worried about performance. And yeah, it's just been a blast and stoked to be on the team I am and really thankful that, my brother gave me that advice and taught me everything.
Good job. Good
Thanks.
job.
Thanks, bro.
So I think what Josh is trying to say is little brothers are nothing without their big brothers. Is that right, Josh?
Hey, Hunter, we can relate in a lot of ways, man. You and me are very
Yeah,
similar.
I'm right there with you.
Pave the way.
All right. Jonathan McCready.
Jonathan McCready, GateDrop.com. Question for Hunter. Hunter, at the start of that race, you were right on Michael, and Ricky Carmichael actually said in the broadcast he would wait and learn what Michael's lines were and not be in a rush to make the pass. Was that your plan, or had you a plan, or were you just going straight away to try and get the lead when you knew Christian was down?
Yeah, just letting the race come to me. I wasn't trying to rush anything. Yeah, just kind of seeing how it was going. I was really happy with how everything was going. I didn't take into consideration that, the lappers would be as bad as they were. So looking back on it, you're like, okay, I had a few opportunities. I could have maybe forced the issue, but, shoulda, coulda, woulda. So, yeah, he rode well. I just, let it go in the last few laps. So a bit of a bummer, but it's all good and well. I'm really happy with where I am. I think I'm in a great position. So.
Just a question on the new Honda. Does it make Supercross easier for you to get around the track? And obviously the starts, I presume, are easier, even though maybe the first two rounds didn't really show that. But does the general gist of this new Honda suit you?
Yeah, the new Hondas, it's the best motorcycle, mate. And if you're on the market for one, I suggest you go and get a Honda 250 because it's just top-notch everything, It just does everything well. So I recommend it.
Great advice. Thank you.
Two more. Nick, Moto Limited, and then Jason Wygant, close it up.
Thanks, DB. Let's go Hunter Lawrence. Hunter, we heard Christian's thoughts on the first corner. We've seen the footage the last 2 weeks that, there was an IOU for 28. Is it even now? Is everyone good, or is this just going to go into Anaheim?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was a deliberate. I haven't watched the video back yet, but, that's 3 weekends ago now. So, it's in the past, it's whatever. So we're just worried about what's going on now. Yeah, I wouldn't say, we're even. It's 3 weekends ahead. I know Dirt Shark was trying to stir up some stuff, but that's just, him being him. So, whatever.
Creates for a good story. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Wygant.
Yeah, for Christian, it had been such smooth sailing, leading most of the laps, qualifying, heat races, all that. Even the starts were pretty good. But did you kind of know, you're a veteran, that some bad racing luck was probably going to come your way? It wasn't going to be smooth sailing forever. Did you have that in the back of your mind that at some point you're probably going to face some adversity, kind of like what happened tonight, just racing stuff?
Of course. It would be awesome to go on a streak and keep it going, and it has been good. But you're going to face these nights, whether I go down on the first turn or I get a bad start. So I think, that's a bad night, and I was able to rebound through it. So, it would have been nice to keep that win streak alive, but we got a lot more racing left. So I'm glad to be on the podium. I'm glad to be in this position I am and keep that red plate going.
Okay, thanks.
I think we could close this up with a Michael Mosman story. Michael, you got anything?
Frick, I do have a story.
I'm actually just kidding, guys. It's late. I'm sorry. I'm just playing.
I had a story.
We all want to go to bed.
Oh, he had a story. Let him tell it.
Next time he gets up here, he can tell a story.
It's my take on the start.
Oh, you have a take on the start?
Give us your take.
Oh, no, now I do want to hear. What's your take?
Well, it's a tough take. It's a tough take. All right.
How long is it going to take, though?
No, quick.
Okay.
All right. I watched the replay, guys. It was kind of my fault. What? So here's what happened. All right. I freaking got a sweet start. You're right next to me. You're a great starter. Every start you do is sweet. And but I had the nose, and it's like, what am I going to do if I have a sweet start, clear track? Am I just going to go outside? No, that's stupid. So I go to the inside because I can, because I'm first one there. And then you were right next to me. You got nowhere to go. And,
nowhere to go.
And then you were on the inside of him, and it just all bunched up. And because I was on the outside and had the good start, and my only option is to close it off. I'm not just going to like, oh man, like, all right, I'm just gonna go to the outside, like got the sweet start. Here you go, guys.
So Nick, you asked the wrong question. It
Yeah, to
wasn't
the
for
wrong
me.
guy.
You
Anyways,
asked the wrong guy.
I
He's
saw the
got all
replay.
tea.
That's
What have
my
I
take.
started?
I don't take, I'm not gonna take the blame for the pileup, but it's
But
just,
you should.
it's just,
Yeah.
you think so?
I think it'd be a
No.
lot better. I think Michael's to blame. So everyone that's pissed with their main, just
I
come
know
talk
it's like
to Mike.
it's like I didn't want to give the take, but it's also like I feel like it's just how it had. It's not how it had to happen, but
Wow, how it had to happen.
Case closed. Michael was the issue.
Christian,
Frick.
do you owe Michael one now?
I owe you, yeah.
Hey, no, I did not touch you. All right, everyone had the opportunity to back out at some
No,
point.
no, I'm pissed because you closed me down.
Really?
And then you had to
Yeah.
throw me in a tough lock.
Well, you know what?
You got an IOU comment.
I
You
mean,
guys know Vince took
hey,
out.
guys, next weekend, guess what? We can all do like a start together, and we'll see who wins.
You do know
I
that
like it.
Vince took out half the field last week, and he didn't touch anyone. He made Marchbanks do it all. So,
Whoa.
This
so you
Well,
last
I made
weekend.
Hunter do it. I didn't.
So that's
touch
what I'm saying.
no one.
You actually did cause all of it.
I didn't do anything.
It's always good when you don't have to do the dirty work.
He admitted he did it all. I think we're all confused. Congratulations. We'll see you in Anaheim. This one's done.